I've only taken an Uber one time in my life, and based off this movie, I now think that my driver got away with a good rating. What do I mean? Let's find out. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for Stuber. I really do appreciate it. Now, this film Stuber is being directed by Mr. Michael Dowse. If you're not too familiar with his work, don't feel bad. He hasn't done much, which is fine, but he's done a number of short films, some TV, and one of the last films that I remember was Taking Me Home Tonight in 2011. I did see that film and reviewed it a long time ago, but I don't remember much about it. Now, this film also stars Bautista. Of course, I know him, and most of you know him from Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax the Destroyer, and also Nanjiani. Now, what the plot of this film is about is a mild-mannered Uber driver named Stu picks up a grizzled detective who is hot on the trail of a sadistic, bloodthirsty terrorist and finds himself thrust into a harrowing ordeal where he has to keep his wits, himself unharmed, and work with his passenger while maintaining his high class rating. Now, as far as expectations are concerned for Stuber, when I first saw the trailer, I thought this would be just like a cute little movie, a funny little comedy, kind of like Blockers, where you laugh in the theater a little bit, but then, after that, you kind of forget about it, and it's just like a fart in the wind or something like that. But Stuber is much more than that. I love this film, and I'll just go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Now, the first thing I liked about this film is just short. It only comes in at about an hour and 33 minutes. You're in, you're out, bada bing, bada boom. No problems with that. Next thing I love about this film is I was so surprised with the amount of action that we got into this film. I was going into this thing thinking that it was just gonna, be a comedy. But yeah, of course it is a comedy. The film is hilarious, but there's a ton of action in it as well. I mean, like, there's a lot of hand-to-hand fighting, a lot of car chase scenes, and gunplay, and all of it is done, very nice. I'm very impressed with what the director did here, and that's something that I did not expect at all, especially when you have one of the antagonists in this film, Iko Uwais, doing a little fighting and action too. He's blind in this movie, and that's kind of funny. But if you know him, he was in the Raid film, the Raid 1 and the Raid 2, which I think are fantastic. I hope they come out with a Raid 3. I remember the director years ago said that he already had a script for it, but he didn't make that money. But anyway, he did a fantastic job in this film as well, and I love that. So, while you're going into this film to get a bunch of laughs, you also will get a ton of martial arts action. Something else that I appreciated in this film is just seeing the life of an Uber driver, their perspective and what's so important to them as far as their ratings are concerned. Now, in my intro, I was like, hey, I think the one time I used an Uber, the guy got away with a good rating. And I just say that because they dive deep into the life of an Uber driver, just as far as their customer service is concerned. Like, hey, how you doing? What can I do for you? I got mints, I got candy, I got mouthwash, I got floss, I got fans, I got batteries, I got this and I got that. I don't know. It may not seem like a big deal to you, but I found that very intriguing and funny in this film. I don't know. It's just something that stood out to me that I did appreciate. And I was just kind of thinking to myself, like, man, that one time I took an Uber driver, I didn't get all this treatment. I didn't get pampered like this. What's going on? I wish I can go back and give him a bad rating. I'm kidding. And another thing I liked is just the characters themselves, starting out with Stu, played by Nanjiani. He's hilarious in this film. I can relate to his character somewhat a little bit in, back in my past because, he was put in the friend zone. I've been there. I think most of us have. It sucked, back when I was a teenager. But I like what they did with this character as well. While he is kind of soft and, a little bit of a pushover in a way, they write his character in a way that kind of gets the girl in a sense, or, gets the outcome that he wants, that somebody in the friend zone may necessarily not, see come to fruition. Now, where that goes down in this movie, of course, you just going to have to see it for yourself. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I liked it. Now, going over the Vic, played by Bautista, I liked him as well. He is an exact polar opposite of Stu in this film, and that's one of the things that makes this film work the best is their relationship. I don't even care about the plot in the movie anymore. or what Dave Bautista was trying to accomplish as a cop. I just wanted to see the adventures of Vic and Stu and all of their shenanigans running around in their Uber car, because it was just funny. Like, seriously, when they started focusing back on the plot, I was like, I don't care. I just want to see these guys yell at each other. And I mean, it works. I don't know. They say opposites attract or polar opposites attract. No, this is not any type of romantic film or anything like that. But as far as this film is concerned, I love watching this film, seeing these guys bounce off of each other. I got a ton of laughs, and not only just from them, but some of the supporting characters as well when they're going out through the city trying to accomplish their goals. Some of the people that they run into as well had a number of funny lines of dialogue as well. Especially, no, actually, I don't want to spoil it for you if you didn't see the trailer, but just go see it. You're going to get a whole bunch of laughs. And then just another thing about Dave Bautista's character, you know, he's so big and huge and tough, you know, and you would think that he will be able to handle any obstacle that he runs into in this film, but the writing does a very good job of challenging him to make things that much more difficult. I don't want to spoil it for you in this review. You may know from the trailer, but just go see the movie and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But guys, I love the action in this film. I love the car chases. I love the hand-to-hand fighting. I love the songs. I love the comedy. I love the characters. I love the length. There's really nothing that I complain about in this film other than it could have been even funnier than it was, but it was already funny. Now, this is not a Bridesmaids funny or The Hangover funny, like that top tier funny as far as mainstream media, but it is right up under that. I had a ton of fun, and I would not mind seeing this film again, even in theaters, if a friend wanted to go with me. If I had to rate Stuber out of a 1 out of 10, I would give this film an 8.5 out of 10. Yes, an 8.5 out of 10. But guys, that is just my opinion. Have you seen Stuber, or do you want to see it? And what did you think about my review? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. And if you don't, that's fine. But you can still subscribe to my channel and also look me up on social media. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to my opinion/review for Stuber. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.